Hello guys, my name is Lindokuhle Bambelo, and I'm back again with another video. So in today's video, I will be basically guys showing you step by step how I took a loss today. Today was not the blue day, guys. It was a Red Sea day. I actually lost money, but I'll be showing you how did that happen, like for transparency and honesty reasons. And to actually show you that, guys, on Forex, you don't necessarily win every day, but there are days where you take your L's, which serves as lessons on what you did wrong. So what is important is you actually reflecting on them to understand what actually went wrong. So yeah, I'll be taking you step by step on how did that happen. So on Monday, I didn't do anything because the markets were moving. Like I couldn't see any clear setup and everything. So on Monday, I didn't do anything. And then on Tuesday, which was the 21st, I kind of like, yeah, I got some few pips, but that also it was not a long-term movement, but I'll get to show you on the screenshots here. And yeah, without any further waste of time, let me get straight to the point. So as you can see on my top right, I have your US30, NAS100, and German 30. So US30 is, I said that NAS100, that 100 stands for the top 100 companies that are in the technology industry in the US. Your Apple, Tesla, Netflix, Amazon, and everything like that. So US30 is an index that measures the performance of the top 30 companies. Apple is also there, Amazon is also there, Netflix, your Dell, and everything. So yeah, then German 30, it's the top 30 companies in Germany, like Mercedes-Benz. What's that sponsor of Bayern? But they are that thing as well, and many more. So without any further waste of time, let me get straight to the point. So on US30, you would see that, okay, we had this support level over here. And then this is actually the daily time frame where we get to identify my playground. And then I had this bearish flag over here and another one there. So first touch, second, anticipated third touch in the future. Then first touch, second, third touch. So now we've got our playground. We're gonna go to now the 4-hour time frame so we can understand what is going on inside. So you would remember that I said on the previous videos, that sometimes what is important is how the market is approaching that particular level. So that if it approaches it in an impulsive manner, that means it stands better chances of breaking that level and turn it into resistance or support. So what actually happened here, the market was approaching this level of support in a corrective manner. As a result, it gave us that reversal pattern that I did talk about on my previous video. So if you did not watch that video, please do check it out. Right. So as you can see what's happening here, the market approached that level in a corrective manner, and then it gave us a W type pattern, which is a bullish reversal pattern. So what does that mean? If the market was approaching a support level in a corrective manner, and then it prints or shows you a W type formation, which is called a pattern, then it usually reverses in the same way as if it was a resistance. Then the market approaches it in a corrective manner, but it will form an M type formation, and then that is called a double top because of these two touches. And then when we are at a support, then the market does this. Then this is called a W type formation or a double bottom because of these two touches. And to be honest, it's one of those patterns that are really powerful. You can never go wrong with them. So as you can see, the market approached that level. So on Tuesday, I spotted this flag, something like this. I spotted something like this, as you can see here, because now it's currently looking like a breakout retest. But I will show you how it all went down, or how it came to that point, because you would also see that now we have a sort of inverse head and shoulders. So the buying the momentum is with the buyers, which is the buyers are there and may be ready to push the price even more further to the upside. And then we also have this pattern, a double bottom, and then we have our small support level, and then we have our reversal pattern. So we have at least by far 5 confirmations with the support, 5 confirmations as to why the market is going to go to the upside, which is something that I really said that on the previous video. It's very important to have those confirmations so that you don't enter a trade based on emotions or anything that is just, I don't know what to say, guys, but yeah. So going down now to the 1 hour time frame, that is where, remember I said that as you go lower, that is where things become much more clearer. However, when it comes to me and finding trades, I don't really prefer to enter on the 1 hour time frame. I prefer to catch those intraday opportunities, which is by going to the 15-minute, 5-minute, and 1 minute. So those are the time frames that I use in order to catch like entries on US30, on the indices particularly. So what happened here, as you can see, this is a beautiful reversal pattern. We have a small support level. So on Tuesday, when I actually got those buys that you see on the screenshot, the market was somewhere around about here. And then what led me to say it was going to buy, if I zoom in, you would see that, okay, the market broke out of structure, gave me the retest, and then it gave me this bullish engulfing candle. So this is where I went in after that bullish engulfing candle. And I was hoping that the market was going to impulse to the upside and go there. And then the stop loss was somewhere around about here. But I ended up closing early because it did not show any signs of going to the upside. Because I think I closed even before it reached this level, right? So then during the course of the day, which is yesterday, and then this is how we got this bearish impulse to the downside, and also in the morning until now. So anyways, that is not important. So how did I take the L today on US30? So I'll quickly go to the 15-minute time frame. So what I like doing when I come to the 15-minute time frame, 5-minute and everything, I like to identify my key levels, because indices become much more easier when you trade them like this, which is drawing your significant or important zone, because they give you, because the thing of breakout and retest, I found that it works best on indices and it tends to respect them. So this is what I did. This is how I was expecting sells on US30 before I actually realized that, nah, bro, today we got it all wrong. So I saw this pattern. So I neglected everything that was happening here. Right. So when I got it, when I saw it, basically, it had made this movement already, right? So the reason why I thought it was a sell, right? So I also identified this key level. So the reason why I'm highlighting this level is because, like I said, that indices tend to respect those breakout, retest, break, retest, break, retest, and everything like that. So I took my sells exactly at this point, right? This is where I took the sell. The reason why I thought it was selling, because I saw that, okay, impulse move, then the market corrected for quite a long time, and then it came somewhere around about here. So I initially thought that, okay, this could possibly be my retest. And then that did not happen. It went down for, nah, I'm lying. This is where I took the sell, right? This is where I took the sell, not today. Like, to be honest, I did say that, okay, this is a W type formation, right? But I had already made my mind, I guess, that we were going to sell anyway. So when the market formed this candle, I said to myself, okay, I saw that week and said, okay, maybe the sellers may be ready to push the price to the downside, of which that did not happen. Instead, the market broke above and then it closed above with that candle and then pushed the price to the upside. So that is how I ended up taking losses on US30. And now the reason why it actually bought, then it would be, if we were treating this as an impulse move, then this was more like a correction, which is something that I did show you on the previous video. And then this is where our next impulse, this is where we got our next impulse. And then if I can show you now on a much more clearer scale or way, you would definitely see that, okay, we had this beautiful impulse. Because remember, guys, I said after every impulse move, we get a what? A correction. So this was more like an impulse move, then the market approached at the support level in a corrective manner. And then when it got here, gave us a double bottom type formation and then actually short to the moon. Went for the stars. I took my L's. So yeah, guys, that is basically how I took losses on US30. But I entered on the 5-minute time frame. I entered on the 5-minute time frame, somewhere around about here. But that was before I realized that, okay, you know what, we are inside this correction, and then this was now a breakout. So that is basically how I took the L. Otherwise, guys, the market did what it did. The market nature, after every impulse move, we get a correction. Nobody to blame. I took responsibility. Simple impulse move, larger version of a correction, double bottom even on the 5-minute time frame, a strong support level. Then the market did work, pushed to the upside, completed the 90% rule, then done. It is done from like 15:30 and till now. So that is how I ended up taking the L, guys. Otherwise, when it comes to indices, the approach is still the same. Price action, impulse move correction, support and resistance, breakout, a retest, and the candlesticks. So still the same thing, still the same thing. But what I like doing when I come to the 15-minute time frame, 5-minute and 1 minute, is just to identify those key levels, like this gray lines that you see over here, because they help me see whether we're at support or we're at resistance. But I just guessed today it was just one of those days. And yeah, I took the L. We move, guys. The comeback is going to be stronger though. But anyways, moving forward to, let's see. Okay. On NAS100, it was, this also happened now on Tuesday. Let me quickly go back to the 4-hour time frame so you can actually see what really happened. So on NAS100, it was just something similar to US30, guys. We had this low, then we also had that one over there. Right, so we're playing along between the support and resistance. So what actually happened, I also drew that pattern quite similar to what I've just drawn. And then as you can see that the market was approaching that level in a corrective manner. And then we also had this minor support level over here, which is now looking like an inverse head and shoulder type of pattern. Right, so if the market breaks above this level, give us the retest, which is going to turn it into support, then that is when you're going to start looking for more buying opportunities. So going to the 1 hour time frame, you would see exactly something similar to US30. US30. Remember, guys, the companies that are in NAS100, some of them are still at US30, like Amazon, Tesla, Microsoft, Meta, also known as Facebook, and yeah. So, how did I get the buy on Tuesday? I didn't enter a trade, guys. It was just analysis. So what actually happened? I saw that okay, we had this reversal pattern over here. So the market had already broke out, gave us the retest, and then that is when we got that buy. I remember this bullish candle that you see where I'm pointing with my cursor. You would see that was that opening bullish candle that we got on Tuesday, 15:30. But it's gonna be much more clear as I go to the 15-minute time frame. So you would remember, guys, that I said if the market is still trending to the upside, what you must do is basically to trade with the trend. You don't trade against the trend, right? So in as much as this was a breakout, for sure it was signaling buying opportunities. So what led me to think that okay, the market indeed was gonna buy, because it was exactly somewhere around about here when I saw it. As you can see on the screenshot, the before, because what I usually do, I keep my befores and my after screenshots, right? So this is what happened. I saw that okay, because somebody else would have said this is an impulse move, then this is a correction. So what is it that I'm expecting next? Here was that next impulse, but there was not much confirmation. There were not much confirmations as to why that was gonna turn into a sell. But for as long as you understand that we were still in a bullish trend, then it is worth looking for buying opportunities. Because at the same time, as you would see that, but it's going to be clear on the 5-minute that this was an impulse move, then this was a correction, then this is just where we got our next impulse. But it also didn't take much longer because I entered on the 1 hour on yesterday. And then it was just that impulsive move. It was just this one candle, or the long one here, and then it rejected from that point and then started selling from yesterday late until today, then actually went to the upside. So US30 and NAS100 move more or less the same, because as you can see here, this is a nice inverse head and shoulder reversal pattern. This is pure, it's clean, it's nice, which actually explains why the market ended up going to the upside. And then we also had this support level that you see over here. Same thing, guys. Then if you want to use your built-in head and shoulders, then it would look something like this. But I will cover the thing about patterns, reversal, and continuations on the other videos as I move forward. So this is basically what happened on Tuesday, and then today on Wednesday in the morning till 15:30. Then this move to the upside actually happened on 3:30, right? So this is basically what happened, guys, on US30 and US NAS100. And then going now to the 5-minute time frame. 5-minute time frame. Same thing happened. We had this larger version of a correction. So what did the market do? Impulsed up, corrected for a very long time, Tuesday morning. Then it came here, respected the support that I showed you on the 15-minute time frame, which is a support level that was respected for a long time. Then the market indeed went to the upside. And then if you would remember what I told you about bullish engulfing candles, you would see that, okay, the market gave us, so these are the confirmations that we would have had on NAS100 as to why it actually went to the upside, right? So this impulsive move, guys, this is exactly something that happened from 15:30 till now, when the New York Stocks Exchange market opens, right? Which is basically also known as the New York session. So what happened here is you would see that, okay, double bottom, first confirmation, that inverse head and shoulder that I showed you, which is the second one. Then I also showed you on the daily time frame that supportive level that I showed you with the black line. So 3. Then in terms of candlestick, you would see that I have this nice bullish engulfing candle. and then we would have, and it's beautiful when it's at a support and then it actually went to the upside. Then your stop loss needs to just be below your support level, and then boom, the market went to the upside. It's that simple, guys. It's that simple. It's that simple. So that is basically what happened today, right? More or less still the same thing on the 5-minute time frame. Nice impulsive move to the upside. But yeah, this is just about it, guys. So if you liked and enjoyed this video, please do me a favor, guys. Hit the notification bell, like, comment, and subscribe. And like I said, I'm still gonna do a part 2 on this one, but this is more like this is exactly the same thing that I would have done on the part 2, but I will still do it anyway. But today, I just wanted to show you that sometimes this is what happens. You don't always catch the market on the wrong side of it. I mean, on the right side of it. And then, yeah, completely no one to blame. It was my own decision making as to why I thought that the market was going to sell, but it proved me wrong, that my analysis was just not it today. And yeah, took my L, proud, we're going to move on. So yeah, guys, if you did like and enjoy this video, comment in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, guys. See you on the next one.